Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, and on this channel I am documenting everything, my entire experience as a first-time gardener. So in today's video, my seeds that I started indoors are actually doing pretty good. Most of them have started growing. They're doing pretty good. Some of them are looking really good. I think it's time to thin them. So in this video, I am going to be thinning a couple of them, talking through what I have read about thinning my crops that start growing indoors, and I will wait for the rest of my seeds that aren't quite ready yet to do at a later time. But at least for right now and today's video, I am going to do what looks like is ready to be thinned. So on that note, let's get into the video. So here are the seeds that I started indoors in the cups. My zinnias are looking fabulous. I have a purple opal basil here. I have a cinnamon basil here. Brussels sprout, it is not coming up. I have my tomato plants. This tomato plant this is the Honeycomb hybrid. This came up really fast actually. This cherry tomato, 100 hybrid, and this chocolate tomato, they actually just emerged maybe a day or two ago. I was a little worried about them, but they are actually looking pretty good. I think that my zinnias and my tomatoes probably can all be thinned, so I'm going to just go ahead and do that really quickly. I have about three tomatoes, 3 tomatoes here, about 3 that came up in each cup. So I'm going to look for the ones that are closest to the center of the cups, not necessarily the ones that look like they are the tallest or growing the strongest, but I want to get them thinned so that they are not competing with each other and their root systems getting messed up now that they seem to be this height. My basils, I think I'm going to leave them alone. So starting back here with my zinnias, I am going to keep this guy right here. He's really close to the middle of the cup. For my others, I'm going to carefully go down to the soil line and just clip those very carefully. For this cup, I have this guy right here, very close to center and farther away from these guys, so I'm just going to go to soil level, clip those, and leave him alone. Okay, now to start with the plants that I planted inside my little pellets. I had posted in another video that maybe 12 hours after I planted them, my daughter went through and completely rearranged the pellets, and I never actually labeled them, so I had absolutely no idea which was which. The zinnias came up pretty quickly. I kind of guessed that they were zinnias because they looked exactly like the zinnias that came up in the cups. Just recently, I've had this little guy come up. He looks like let's see if he'll focus, he looks like the basil from the cups. So I'm pretty sure that is a basil. And then I had these 2 little guys come up. They look very similar to the tomatoes that are in the cup. So I'm pretty sure these are tomatoes as well. I was actually just looking in this pellet. I didn't realize that there is a plant right in here coming up. I'm waiting on a Brussels sprout, and I'm waiting on 1 more tomato to come up. I'm thinking this might be my last tomato, so I'm going to try to get in there carefully and release that sprout so that he's not stuck and curled over the way that he is right now. So very quickly, I'm just going to take these guys, cut this mesh lining, and try to get this little guy released. Oh. Yep. Looks very similar to the ones right here that have already come up. So I think those are my 3 tomatoes. Which tomatoes they are, I have absolutely no idea. Oh, you know what? This was not a Brussels sprout. This was another basil, the purple opal basil, and I just see the purple. I'm not sure that you're going to be able to see that in the camera. I need to work on focusing. There is a tiny little purple leaf coming up. So those are my basils. These look like they are my tomatoes. These are my zinnias. My zinnias are definitely ready to thin. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the tomatoes or if I'm going to leave them alone. Well, I'll think about it after I do my zinnias. But for the zinnias, one guy in there, I'm not going to do anything with him. This guy's very close to the center. Just same as I did in the cups, get down low, right at soil level, and carefully clip those off to here, get down low. All right, for these tomatoes, I think I'm just going to go ahead to try and keep back or keep the competition at bay. I think I'm just going to cross my fingers, go ahead and give them a thin, and hope that the one left standing does make it. But I think in the long run, the most, I guess I should say, the least amount of competition I can provide for these guys, the better off they will be. Okay, I think there's a reason why I am a kindergarten teacher and not a surgeon, because I did not very tactfully and delicately cut these little tomato plants away. I really hope that I leave this guy standing nice and healthy so that he does survive. That is all for this video. I will, like I said, thin the plants that seem to grow a little bit more, my basils, whenever the time seems right. But for right now, I'm leaving them alone. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.